Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm your host, Danny Osmond. If you love podcasts, if you are passionate about your business, if you want to create and grow a podcast that will connect you with your ideal customers, and you want access to education, to resources, and to other amazing business leaders and podcasters who can help you do it better every single day, then this is the podcast for you. The new year is here, and I'm sure you're feeling fired up to make this the best year yet for you. But guess what? That fire, that focus, that determination, if you're human, it's going to dissipate over the course of the next few weeks because your best laid plans get interrupted by life, by surprises, by unintended occurrences. Sometime in March, you're going to raise your head from the hurricane of ideas, tasks, and work you've been submerged in, and remember those big goals you had back in January, and wonder how in the world you can get back to a place of making them come true this year. You're not alone. We all start out the year strong. And if we don't have a program or the accountability or the structure to keep us focused and intentional with how we're spending our time, it can all get lost. It's happened to me. And it's happened to so many other amazing podcasters I know. Which is why I decided that this year's the year I wanted to work with just a handful of driven, determined, and passionate podcasters so we can go to work doing the deep and focused work it takes to grow their podcasts and build their dream businesses. If you're ready to supercharge your podcasting success, rapidly build a quality network of people you can grow with and learn from, and cut your podcast learning curve in half. If you're serious about building an intentional, elite, and high-caliber community around you, and you want access to production wisdom, fresh opportunities, and to be around other people that just plain get it, there's no better route you can take than to join my personally crafted Podcaster Mastermind. As of now, just a few spots remain for my Podcaster Mastermind, a group that gives you and I the space and the structure to work hand in hand as you get clear about your vision, get focused in on what needs to happen in order to make that vision a reality, and take intentional actions to see it come to fruition. And with the regular accountability, the quarterly deep dive coaching sessions, and the annual retreat, and with me here with you every step of the way, having the profitable and purposeful podcast that you enjoy showing up for every day is inevitable. To find out more about my Podcaster Mastermind, go to dannyosmond.com/podcastermastermind and apply today. I'm responding to applications as they come in, and spots are filling on a first-come, first-served basis. We can't do this alone. And if the structured and customized support of a mastermind is what you need to finally achieve what you know you're ready for in your podcast and in your business, then I can't wait to read your application. Let's do this. dannyosmond.com/podcastermastermind. The human body is incredible in its design. If you take any inanimate object or material and subject it continually to abrasion, you'll wear it down. But if you expose your hands continually to hard work, over time you develop calluses. These patches of thick skin protect your hands from abrasions and other injuries. The body is amazing. But the same holds true in our business. We may serve 100 clients, most of whom are raving fans. But if a few or even one of those clients is caustic, abrasive, and cutting in their evaluation of our products and services, that tiny minority can wear away at our morale. That's why we need to develop thick skin or emotional calluses. Purely from a relational standpoint, having thick skin prevents us from taking offense at others easily. With thick skin, we give people the benefit of the doubt. We refrain from reading negativity into their comments and reactions. We let petty differences slide. With thick skin, we're easier to get along with. So there's some dangers to thin skin. Without these emotional calluses, we listen to the wrong people, the critics, the complainers, the haters, and we grant them too much power in our lives. With thin skin, we become easily hurt and get sidetracked, trying to defend ourselves or crawling off to lick our wounds. With thin skin, we try to protect ourselves by being everything to everyone, an impossible counterproductive effort. We also apply the Band-Aid of diluting our vision, mission, and values in a futile attempt to prevent future injuries. Having thin skin makes us vulnerable and distracts us from what's important. We need to acquire emotional calluses to prevent injury and make us more fit to wield the tools of our trade. So here are some tips for developing thick skin. First of all, get your hands dirty and deal with abrasive people and situations head on. Our gut reaction is to avoid the unpleasant. But remember, it's through repeated long-term use and abrasion that we form calluses. As a friend of mine used to say, you can't have the product without the process. And in this case, the product is thick skin or calluses, and the process is exposure to rough, tough situations. So, accept those abrasive situations, recognize them as a normal part of life, and deal with them head on. Number 2, focus on the positive majority. Don't allow haters and those who talk crap to rob you of your joy. It's human nature to let that tiny minority ruin our day. Everyone else loves our products and services, but those 1 or 2 caustic individuals get our full attention. Without developing thick skin, we allow these critics, these haters, these naysayers to demoralize us. Instead, train yourself to discredit false or cruel data. Focus on the positive majority. Let them boost your joy and morale and press on. Abraham Lincoln made famous a quote by John Lydgate that still holds true. You can please some of the people all of the time. You can please all of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. Number 3, don't let calluses give you an excuse for being calloused. A calloused hand can also be gentle. We don't want to return abuse for abuse. Live above that. Having thick skin doesn't mean that we are abrasive. Listen humbly to the haters. Make sure that you hear what they're saying. You don't want to miss any noble feedback. Then be polite and kindly reject what's not helpful. Don't rub their nose in it, just politely move on. Number 4, reject fear and keep moving forward. Some abrasive people can be very cutting. They may be so vocal and vehement in their negative remarks that we find ourselves becoming fearful. And we begin to wonder, well, does everybody feel this way? Fear like this can cripple us. David J. Schwartz in The Magic of Thinking Big writes, fear is success enemy number 1. Action cures fear. That's it. Take action. Keep moving forward instead of giving in to fear. This was the mantra that Walt Disney lived by as well. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. And number 5, accept sound criticism regardless of its source. Some people come across as angry or accusatory, even when giving good advice. We develop thick skin by overlooking the caustic demeanor of the messenger and accepting the good in their message. Thick skin comes with humility rather than lashing back in kind. And look, I suffer from this too. I can be humming along, doing great work for all my clients, and then there's one mistake or one complaint, and I feel like I'm starting over from scratch, like I'm learning things for the first time, like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It happens to everyone. You can tell an experienced carpenter by the calluses on their hands. In much the same way, we need to develop those emotional calluses that protect and enable us to wield the tools of our trade effectively and with skill. So there you have it. If you're ready to make a real change in your business in 2019, start today by first of all subscribing to this show on Apple Podcasts or iTunes or Stitcher or Android, wherever you listen to podcasts. Number 2, please write a 5-star rating and review. And number 3, share it with a friend, a colleague, or a coworker who you think would enjoy our episodes. Thanks for listening, and I will see you again next week. Today's show was brought to you by ConvertKit, the only email marketing system you'll ever need. After 5 years with the email marketing provider that everyone starts out with, you know who I'm talking about, I was desperately searching for one that was simple, easy to manage, and affordable. ConvertKit easily stood out above the rest, and I've been ridiculously happy with them ever since I made the switch. Emailing my community and creating automation series for special resources has never been so simple. Whether you're ready to start your first email marketing setup or you're searching for a new provider, I highly recommend ConvertKit. Go check them out and other resources that I recommend at dannyosment.com/resources. That's dannyosment.com/resources.